What's happening, everybody? First of all, happy July 4th. By the time I'm recording this is probably July 3rd. I am looking outside my backyard, just enjoying the scene. It's kind of a stormy day today, so me and my dog were inside for the day and enjoying the weekend. Again, I want to thank you once again for subscribing to my Patreon. About a handful of you right now, and I am super appreciative about that. You guys are the real MVPs, so it's really been a big motivator for me to continue with this channel, with this page, to continue doing what I do. This is going towards my regular YouTube updates, and the biggest part of this is to help fund my future animation projects. I'm definitely going to need some help with that for it to become a reality. So that's this is a great start, and I hope it continues. I hope to continue to grow this page. Today, I wanted to talk to you about a few things. First of all, what you're seeing here is the porch shot from my Film 1800 block. This actually is another piece that was inspired by real life events. The woman sweeping on the porch is in reference to when I was growing up, when I was probably like 10, 11 years old or whatever. Go around to different houses and ask to sweep the porches. Adults would pay me like $1 or something like that, and I would go to the corner store, which is also another shot in the film that you see. Back when candy used to be, you know, you can get something for like some Laffy Taffies or some Mike and Ike's or some Lemon Heads or whatever for pennies to a nickel to a dime. You know, you can get some candy bars for like 25 cents back then from what I remember. Bazooka Joes and all kinds of other stuff. I remember I had like a stack of the Bazooka Joe comics. I don't know whatever happened to it, but I kept that stack for many years, like well into my adulthood, just because like I was like, maybe worth something one day. But you know, between moving and things like that, it got lost somewhere, so I don't know. But yeah, I just thought about that as I was recording this. That was usually what I would put my money towards. You know, I wasn't really saving anything back then. It was just more so just I wanted candy, so I had a wicked sweet tooth, so I would always be at the corner store buying candy. It was a cool time, you know, my little entrepreneurship spirit, you know, back then, figuring out a way to make my own money. The woman that is portrayed in the film here, she's actually a representation of a lot of the women that actually helped raise me on that block. There was probably, 3, 4 people that I would often go to like after school or you know, whenever like my mom was busy and I was too young to watch myself, I would go and stay at their houses for a couple hours. I wanted the kid to sort of recognize the woman in the shot and, you know, wave to her and, you know, go about his way. That was this particular shot. That was the connection that it has to what was going on back then. So as promised, I know that last video I said about a big announcement that I have. Anyway, if you're ready, I will be officially relocating back to the East Coast. You know, I was currently based in Texas. I was out here since 2013. It's been a fantastic time. I experienced so much. It's funny, I was actually headed to California. That was my goal when I moved out to Texas, thinking like, oh yeah, I'm just going to be here for a few months and head on west. But I ended up really liking Houston. You know, I got a pretty good job, like maybe 3 days after I got to the city, and that job eventually lasted for probably about 5 years. I moved on to another position. Unfortunately, I lost it due to pandemic reasons, but I kept some steady work since living here, and it was I met a lot of really terrific people, got in all kinds of adventures, and got a chance to really live in multiple areas in and around Houston. You know, when I started, I was about 40 miles south of Houston. This little town, it was like what my East Coast friends thought of when they thought of Texas, like the stereotypical Texas look, attitude. That was pretty much where I was living at first. Then I had moved up into the city, into right smack dab into Houston, which is massive, by the way. I mean, anybody that's traveled here, lives here, knows like how big of a city it is. I mean, it could take you all day to drive from one side to the other. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I mean, very diverse city. You know, a lot of really great people, a lot of great culture, a lot of great food. Like I'm definitely gonna miss the food. I had my fill of Tex-Mex and all different kinds of Asian cuisine and Southern cooking. Like it's been great. Somehow I managed to keep my weight down, so that's a good thing. I've been working out pretty regularly, so I decided it was just time for me to go. You know, I really believe in signs. You know, signs showing you when it's time to. What's the song? The Kenny Rogers song. You know, the no one to hold him, no one to fold him. You know, that was where I was at. Where I was like, you know, I gotta make a decision. I have a lot of friends and family back home that I've been missing, and they've been missing me. I think this would be a great opportunity to kind of bring back the things that I've learned, the perspectives that I've gained, the skills I've picked up. I think that it would be great for coming back and seeing what I could do with that. So your boy's coming back east. I'll be back in August. Things are probably gonna be they already are pretty busy right now, just kind of tying up loose ends and making sure everything's good to go as far as the relocation process. You know how much that takes a huge amount of time. Yeah, but I'm excited. I'm gonna be hitting the road and heading back. So you guys as patrons, you will actually be hearing this. I think I'm gonna make an announcement probably next week, as far as like a public announcement. I don't know how public it's gonna be, but y'all know it firsthand. Stay tuned for more updates about it and what my plans are as far as when I get back, and what I'm going to be doing with my animation studio. I'm hoping to expand it and possibly bring in more help so that I can focus more on creativity. Like I've been, you know, a lot of this is I'm doing a lot of this myself right now. It's great. I mean, I'm enjoying it. And you know, it's fun that I'm able to get to do what I love. But yeah, it is a lot of work. I mean, you know, I am bouncing back and forth between being creative and being the business guy. So yeah, it would be great to eventually build my team, you know, and expand in my studio so that I can continue to bring more projects. I mean, I have some great stuff on the way. I want it to be as good as I imagined it to be. That's what I'm hoping to do. So for the next few months, I'm actually going to be working on my upcoming animated my new upcoming animated project, which I'll be obviously giving you guys first access to, you know, filling you in on all the fun details with that. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Stay safe out there with fireworks and everything. I live in the South, so you know they're crazy with the fireworks. Drives my dog crazy, but I hope everybody has a safe holiday. Wish you the best. Some of you that are subscribed, I'm sure I'll probably be running into you in person at some point. So looking forward to that. Just keep checking back. I will continue to post updates about what's going on, as well as more artwork and more videos, more video content, whatever illustrations I have. Have a good weekend.